Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to another podcast of Crazy Chris adventures to making a million. Or so, maybe. I think we might. And then I should probably just give that away. Maybe to someone. Anyway, we'll see what happens with that. So behind me, you'll see a picture of my old shops, and this used to be the bakery. About here, get in trouble there, play on the rooftops here. I think this one was Pete's shop, and one of them was I think this was Pete's shop. That was the Asian shop. What do we have here? We had a chippy up here. That moved down to there. So let's talk about property. There's a way making millions is in property as well. A lot of people making millions in property using smart techniques, deals. I've been on a lot of Zooms over the last 2 years with these property millionaires, mainly Ron Moore, Kevin McDonald, Tony Garden. There's a few others from progressive property as well. And well, being disabled and only on a very low amount of money to live on, which isn't enough to live on, and struggling, and having to live with my parents, being honest, like for the people who are disabled, who are living in a house, they haven't got any money because they're paying all the bills and everything. They haven't got any extra money. They probably haven't even got enough money to keep living where they're living, but they're making it work. So that's a fact. And then when you try and get off that, when you try and help yourself, then the system just beats you up. So for a lot of people, if they do try and help themselves, the system stops the money or whatever, whatever point, makes the life hard work, and then it stops the process. So I've seen that a lot happen, and I'm hoping there's a way around that, and disabled people can get themselves in fortune and off disability help and not need that, and be successful on whatever else that comes with it. What it is like. Everyone needs to live. Not all disabled people can work, and it's hard work for them, and it gives them more pressure than they need. So I'm thinking there's got to be a way of not having all that pressure and stress and making your health worse, but still getting the results that people get who are not disabled. So if I can get the results not disabled people get, being disabled and doing it the way that's not gonna mess me up more, then sweet, we do that. So this is the whole thing about the podcast as well, and doing that. So just a little recap on that. Anyway, as I was saying, property. I learned a lot about property. It's great. I haven't jumped into it yet because obviously it takes a lot. Well, I've got to go and see people. You've got to go to houses. You've got to do meetings. You can't just sit in your bedroom and make property work. Or can you? Let's see. Anyway, I'll just going out every now and then. This is the thing, you see. There's a lot of challenges. So when I go to these events and the Zooms and everything else, and you'll see these people who say, well, we'll make your life better, all these gurus on internet, etc., etc. The thing is what they can probably make your life better. They can tell you things that you didn't know that you can do. They're going to give you information that you didn't know was possible. And that's that. I've just put my power lead in. Yeah, that's like that information is. It's good. It's priceless. It's great. It's worth going to the events to find that. But what's going to happen at the events is obviously you're going to be sold a course that you you probably need to do to get that further education in doing what you're doing. Like, I suppose you wouldn't be an artist if you didn't do a course on art. You wouldn't be a Spanish speaker if you didn't do a course on Spanish. So it's kind of the similar thing. And then they make money out of selling you that course and that information. Which is fair enough. It's a sale, it's a transaction, it's a business. That's all good. Unfortunately, for people who are disabled, they haven't got the money, or they haven't got the money, and usually they haven't got all the time and energy that they need to put into it. So, for instance, like I said, I've been going to the things. I've been trying other ways of maybe getting progressive to maybe give me a course that hasn't cost me the earth or put me in serious debt or any financial, like hardship in a way. So that's not happened yet, but we're working on it still. Because we was on a Zoom tonight with Kevin. Now he was offering 48 people to become millionaires, property millionaires, and for this 48 people to become property millionaires, you pay £4,000, and then you give another 15,000 when you become a millionaire. And I thought to myself, and every time they've done these deals, they do deals in the thing as well. So some of the courses are like 15 grand. You can get it for 1,500 or 2,500, or like there's a lot of different prices and a lot of different deals that you get. But that's, you'd expect that because it's a company that does deals. They create creative deals. So, you've got to expect these deals to be changing all the time. Anyway. And I would think to myself, well, that's all right, isn't it? But like, if 48 people all signed up at like tonight, that's near enough £200,000. That's like an house already. That's like buying an house on one of my estates. 200 grand. You know what I mean? And then you rent that out, you're already an 850 quid a month profit, and you've got an house that's worth 200 grand. So anyway, I was like, it's good that these people are selling courses and that, but they make a lot of money selling them. And I've got to be honest, I don't know whether there's more money in the houses or more money in selling the courses and doing the public speaking. I don't. You know what I mean? Because if you've got more money in selling courses and doing public speaking, then what's the point in doing the houses? And then not everyone's going to be a public speaker, because that's hard work as well. It's all hard work. It really is. I've got to be honest with you. Like, if you haven't got any problems, like I'd say physically, you're not on any medication, or you're on a medication that's copable, like just ordinary painkillers. I don't think ADHD is a problem, to be honest. You can definitely do it if you've got ADHD. In fact, you can do it more if you've got ADHD, because you've got more energy and a drive about you. You might need to just get someone to do your accounting and the stuff that you miss and forget about. So you're going to need some help, but the help's out there. So anyway, I've counter offered Kevin. This is my counter offer. He already knows. I put it in the application. But I thought, well, if you're going to guarantee to make me a millionaire, and I've got to try and put in this work, this action, this effort, then maybe you could take me on board. I become a millionaire, and then I'll just give him 50 grand instead. You know what I mean? It's like triples his money. He gets 50 grand, I get to be a millionaire, property millionaire. Which would have been good, because I would have bought these shops and just kept them. I wouldn't have knocked them down. But what the council did is they knocked all these shops down. And it's sad, because there was nice buildings. They just needed some attention. I think that the cost of knocking them down and building the crap hole that there is there now to the cost of renovating them and putting in proper security and everything would have been a lot cheaper to do that, really. But and then you would have still had some nice historic houses as well. I miss them shops. This town's getting knocked down in Oldham. History's been erased and replaced. That's for sure. And it's sad to see. So obviously, if I can become a property millionaire and buy as many properties and save them as I can round Oldham, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Maybe I should make that a mission. And then yeah, we'll see what happens with Progressive and this Kevin giving me a course to be a millionaire. His birthday's around the same time as mine as well. This is on 14th, mine's on 17th. So Scorpios can relate. Funny. No, so yeah, we'll see what happens with that. So far, books and benches. If you didn't know, there's an art exhibition on in Oldham Gallery on Saturday, the 8th of November till January, I think it's the 5th. Ancestors Awakening Art Gallery Expedition. Got some amazing artwork to see, some to buy. So some great opportunities to purchase some fine art at a affordable price. I would say that a lot of them pieces should be worth a lot more. So yeah, get yourself down to Oldham Art Gallery and check that out. I hope you enjoyed this next little episode of Chris's little podcast of how I'm going to get to 1 million. So I'm still going to try property. Obviously, I'm still got my benches, books and benches. The Manchester Maze still out on Amazon. We've still got the Adventures of a Bag of Flour out on Amazon as well. Hopefully, we're going into art as well. Art displays. I'm doing displays. What else is going to happen in the little Crazy Chris adventures of getting to 1 million? Well, yeah, if I could need to get into property. I mean, the thing is when you're earning money from one thing, it needs to go into something else because money likes to flow. So you've got to keep it flowing from one thing to the next. And each time that money flows, it adds value, and the value builds up. And that's how you get yourself into being a millionaire. Basically, you just putting more money into items that appreciate in value or hold the value. The more value they've got, and once they're paid off, then that's your money. So yeah, and obviously the cash flow that you've got coming through every month from that asset. So it doesn't sound like an hard process, but it is. It's not, and it is, and it isn't. It's a really weird one. I'm getting it. It's taken me 2 years in it to get to where my brain's working at this level at the moment. And I'm still on high strength medication. Back's still playing up with me, so I still have days where I just don't do nothing. Keeping up on my social media though. So yeah. Let's see how this goes. I hope you've enjoyed following, watching so far, and we'll keep it real. Crazy Chris. You want my little theme tune? Crazy Chris does whatever a Crazy Chris does. Can I fly? No, I can't. Give me money and I might try. Watch out! Here comes the Crazy Chris. Yay! Just for you, lot. Right, peace out. I'm out of here.